learners will be sharing with you some of their past experiences and projects.
We'll be sharing some great experiences, examples of what CAST really looks like in action. We'll be doing this in 3 parts: group projects, school-based projects, and individual projects.
First, we request the IB2 learners to sing the school anthem. Feel free to join.
Thank you. Next up, we have the group projects. Firstly, we'd like to invite Ashna, Yunusri, Lakshanya, Ashrika, and Amaya from IB2 to present the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory play.
The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory play was a fundraiser for a cause called Patna. Our whole class project for the last few years has been composed of a few components of the play and a few other fundraiser events we had. And in total, we raised about 85,000 rupees, which is being donated to Patna, a dog shelter in China. So the play was a very good experience because it was our first completely student-led project where we had to create techniques, finance, costume, as well as marketing and everything by ourselves. We had to supervise it on such as algorithm. We had to be directly ourselves.
So I was a part of the costume department. One of the biggest challenges that we faced was coordination. So we had to, our main goal was to reduce the budget as much as possible. So for that, we had to coordinate with the people, the cast members, to see if they had certain items of clothes, and we had to coordinate with the finance department to purchase needed clothes as well. So that was a little bit of a hassle, but we got it done ultimately. And we faced problems with sizing and stuff, so we had to figure that out and make it available by the the day. So yeah, that was what I I did the props for the challenge chocolate factory play. So it first started off by we had to figure out what we wanted with like how we expected all the props to be. And like to do this, we consulted with like the Jera sir as well as Answer to get like a creative vision. And then it was like a long process like bringing it to life. Because there's a lot of things that go into it, like we budget, because we had to make it as low as possible to allow for the maximum amount of money to get donated. As well as it was a very good experience like, teaching about the importance of the time management as well as just keeping up your responsibilities, because making it within the time frame with like good quality such that you like actually hold up on stage and everything was very important.
Thank you. Next, we have Siddhishna, Aishwarya, Joanne, and Veronica talk about the Express and Embrace event.
So we are the students behind Project Candid KC. So it started off as a student mental health club. We realized there wasn't a club dedicated in KC to raise awareness about mental health. And well, that's how it started. We initially wanted to do it through smaller initiatives like a suggestion box and just like in general raise awareness and remove the stigma around mental health and youth mental health. And so while it did start as a smallest project, we realized KC does have the resources, and with the help of the teachers as well as Balyanti, we realized we wanted to do a larger scale project, which included a panel discussion as well as a spoken word poetry, which is a bit more unconventional, and we tried to do something more different than we have seen within our school and within other schools.
Hi, so I'm Aishwarya. I'm going to be talking about the panel discussion. The panel discussion was our way to kind of spotlight different people who had different viewpoints on student mental health. So we had a teacher present, Sinu Auntie, a professor present, Anjana Auntie, and we also had a student's mom, so Adya's mom, Avantika Auntie, and a student, of course, Shraddha, and a psychologist that we invited from outside of school. So it was a way for us to kind of get insight on different perspectives on student mental health and kind of learn more about how to address it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joanne, and I'm going to be talking about the spoken word poetry event. So we invited students from middle school and high school to write their original poetry and perform it in front of an audience. And it went really well. We wrote these really beautiful poems that the audience really resonated with. And we feel it really taught us the importance of exposing students to a constructive and creative way of expressing themselves at school.
Thank you. Next up, we'll have Sanjit Satvika.
Good morning, Satvika Sanjit from ID1. Tail Alert is a Chennai-based NGO that shelters and rehomes adult dogs. They host an annual fundraiser event. It's called Santa Claus. It's where several people come together and set up various stalls. This is our third year asking for that.
So 20 students from our class signed up to help manage and put up the stalls. So we hosted 2 game stalls with 4 different games, and we raised around 16,000 rupees. So it really helped us. It helped our team. It helped us work together and learn how to work as a team. Since we made the prizes.
Yeah, so for each game we made prizes if you win them. We made bookmarks or several different types of them.
Yeah, overall we were happy to contribute, and it was a great experience.
Thank you.
Next, we are Rakshan and Kavan, who will talk about the KFI Drama Fest.
Hi guys, so a couple of the ID students visited KFI for the annual Festival of Drama.
Yes, so on that day, it was basically a workshop for speech and expression. So what we did was we did a couple of improvisation exercises and we worked off of each other. Since it was an inter-school event, it was very interactive as well. And we learned how to express ourselves in a more like in uninhibited way, and we were given various different situations in which how would we react if we were in them. And after we were done with the workshop, at the end of the day, we were given that was contemporary issues faced by young people.
And the contemporary issue we chose for our play was family pressure. And many of us practiced really hard and made this play in about a span of a month and performed it on the day of the festival at KFI. And it was a very valuable experience for all of us because we learned more about drama and acting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll be moving on to the school-based projects, and we'd like to invite Harshita and Vedant to talk about NUN Club.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Harshita,
And I'm Vedant.
and we're the leaders of AC's NUN Club. This club was started by Madhav and Dhruv in 2022, and we took it over this year. We began this club with the aim of fostering diplomacy among students in order to create a delegation to KC to circulate the school NUNs.
So in our club, we try to foster activities. Firstly, get people familiar with MBA procedure because it's complicated, but also then try and use debate and other mediums of discussion in order to improve their confidence and their orating skills.
Our club happens bi-weekly on Mondays from 2:50 to 3:50 in this classroom, and our club has the most number of sign-ups of in KC.
And like Ashna said, we are looking for the long-term goal of creating an inter-school KCMUN. We did one inter-school last year, and that was quite a success. We plan on doing one more next year. But we also want to find somebody to pass the torch down to once we graduate, so that MUN and KC can continue to grow.
Being a platform for a lot of students to express their own diplomatic skills and their ability to think on their feet, we think it's an important life skill, not just for high school, but for the future as well. So being this opportunity, using it to foster this skill among students is a good opportunity to wish it forward.
Yeah, club is still open for sign-ups, so please do join. Thank you.
Next we have Shraddha and Jahat who are going to talk about the student voice event.
Student Voice is an inter-school event. It's a platform for students from different schools to come together and discuss their views and opinions on different themes and topics. And this year, we as IB were decided to organize this event together.
So, conducting two panel discussions. The first panel discussion, the theme is to what extent should students have agency in the hiring of teachers? And the second panel discussion is if there's an inherent bias towards STEM or humanities in schools. And the event is happening tomorrow. Thank you.
Next up, we'll have Arjun and Vaidhi come on stage to talk about STEM Club.
Hey guys, so the STEM Club is a forum where people who are passionate about things like science, math, tech, they can all come together and discuss stuff that they may not have discussed in class with the syllabus and things like that.
So the STEM Club happens after school every Tuesday in the IB 1 Titans classroom, and our sessions are usually like our members and sometimes us and guest speakers come and talk to us about their fields of interest. So we got to learn a lot of new things over the course of the many years that we've been operating. The STEM Club is KC's oldest club, and I joined in 9th grade, and so did he. So an example session, for example, I did one on the Banach-Kasky paradox, if anyone knows what that is. And then we've had guest speakers come in. We've had Ashish sir come talk to us about the basics of industrial systems. So you get to discover all the knowledge that people have and all this unexpected knowledge that you don't really think people would be interested in. And it's really enriching space.
So sometimes we have more lecture-based seminars, like for example, Barbie's Banach-Kasky paradox seminar is more of her talking rather than a lot of interaction. But we do also have interactive sessions. Like yesterday, for example, I had a session on microwave ovens, and there's a lot of discussion amongst us on the physics of microwave oven and just general talking between us.
So we have new initiatives also. We have our linguistics initiative where we want to increase the number of participants in KC for the Regional Linguistics Olympiad, and our future plans include a hackathon and a field trip to Sri Ramachandra Medical College.
So STEM Club is actually one of the biggest reasons that I got interested in sciences and math. So I'm very glad to be the leader right now because it can help me maintain the legacy of STEM Club by getting even more kids interested in STEM like I did.
So if you want to sign up, just email us at stem@kci.com. Our sessions happen every week after school on Tuesdays. And don't be scared of the complexity of science because we do our best to break it down. And it's a very interactive, member-based club where if you have any questions, you can ask. So we try to encourage curiosity and have a passion for the sciences as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Siddharth and Keshav, who can talk about the Math Gold Club. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with math contests like the AMC, the 8, 10, or 12, and CEMC that we have at school. And for a lot of you, I'm guessing most of you, these contests probably feel really different from what you learn in your classes, like even if you're in IB for lecture math, for example. And they can often be really difficult or seem daunting initially. So what our Math Gold Club aims to do is sort of just bridge the gap between curriculum math and contest math in a way where we just solve problems together. And we'll start it together.
So how our club works is that we've picked out a massive repository of questions and printed the question numbers out on different colored pieces of paper representing different difficulties, and we put them inside a board. So what students do is that they pick questions out of this board, and we solve them together in the class. And once we've solved the questions, we explore more creative and efficient ways of solving them. And because these are not curricular math problems, they are contest math problems, they are way more creative and they are not meant to be solved a certain way. You can solve them in multiple different ways and find out way new and cooler ways of solving math problems.
And it's not like joining this club will only translate to an improvement in contest math. You will also learn, in general, just a lot of critical reasoning skills. So if you like math and you want to get better in contest math, we aren't saying that we make you like an AIMB qualifier, but if you do like math and you want space to talk and discuss with like-minded people who also like contest math, then please do join up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we'd like to invite Yashvita and Sarah to talk about Flavor Lab.
So me and Yashmita always had passion for cooking. So we wanted to create a club that enriches students to experience new flavors and new types of recipes. Then we were approached by our CAS coordinator, Ms. Raji, that there was something called Choice Time for GGNSS called Flavor Lab. So from this January, we've started to conduct sessions for the GGNSS students. So they can learn basic life skills such as the different types of cuts and how to create your own balanced meal. In our CAS project, we aim to, in the end of our CAS project, we aim to help them make their own balanced meal menu and even cook it. So Yashmita will explain what we do in our sessions.
So we have our sessions on Tuesday at 2 to 2:35. And so we have divided sessions, like for one session we teach them like theory and one session will be like practical of what they're learning in the theory. So one of our sessions was we taught them different types of cuts and like different types of cuts, and the next class we made salads and salad dressings out of them. And one class we taught them different tastes and aromas that were there. And one class we also taught them about the different food pyramids, the food pyramids and how to balance your meals and the nutrition and everything. So by this, we're just aiming, we're also teaching them a lot of life skills through this that they can take on further on. And there's some learning that me and Sarah just enjoy doing a lot. So it was great that we get to share with the younger kids so that they can, use it in their life skills. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we'll have Anja and Adik talk about economics club.
Good morning, everyone. So the reason we started BC's first ever economics club is because once we started IB economics, we realized that there's a big gap between IGCSE economics and IB economics in terms of real world application. And IGCSE is primarily focused on just the textbook and you don't really get to apply any of the knowledge that you consume in the real world. And so IB econ is very different because from IAs to 15-mark answers, you need to use real world applications in all of them. And so the purpose of this club is to help people bridge the gap between IG and IB econ. And we also want to help build students' critical thinking skills and how they approach different things. we don't want econ to just be a theory subject and more of something that we can use in their daily life. And
So the club would foster economics knowledge through various means. We'd be engaging in debates and discussions, as well as policy making skills, and we'd also dive into advanced economic concepts that's out of the school syllabus. The club would begin from second week on Wednesdays after school, and we're still waiting for registrations.
And so, if you're completely new to econ and you plan on taking it in IB, this club is much more important for you because even if you're new, we're willing to help you make that transition. So yeah, feel free to join the club, and we'll be sending out another email in the coming week for registrations. Thank you. Next up, we have Yanch and Abhinay talking about the KIS football tournament.
So, 9 of us from IB 1 and 2 went to Kodaikanal International School for the KIS football tournament along with Meghnad and Prashant sir. So, we played 3 games there. So, this falls under the activities strand of CAS, and we met learning outcomes such as commitment and perseverance, teamwork, and identification of our own strengths for growth. We unfortunately drew 2 and lost our 1 game there, but with each game played, we learned from our mistakes and improved in our next games. Hopefully, we do better next time.
Next, we'd like to invite Isha to talk about Gratitude Trust and how she raised funds for cancer medication.
So Aisha and I from IB1 did 2 projects. One is ongoing and one which is finished. So we sold calendars for the Gratitude Trust to raise money for cats and shelter and food for them. One of the other projects we did was during Winterfest, we held a stall to raise funds for cancer medication. And we're planning, like through the year, we're planning to do many events to raise money for cancer medication. We've also identified a few people who are in need of these cancer medications and we can't afford them. So that's where we decided.
Next we have Riya, who's going to talk about the open mic that Casey hosts.
Hi everyone, I'm Ria, and I recently reinitiated Casey's open mic program that's been going on for the past couple of years, I believe. And the idea behind this was to create a platform for our learners at Casey to showcase their talent, be it musical or comedy or dance, basically whatever they want. Our sessions will happen bi-weekly during lunch on Fridays, but we had our first trial session yesterday, and if I do say so myself, it went pretty well. So we're excited to see how this turns out, and if you would like to participate, you can reach out to me through email, or you can scroll through your mails to find the registration form and sign up. But we're always looking for new participants, and even if you would just like to come watch, that would be great. And these sessions will be happening outside the cafeteria near the piano, so if you can show up, that would be great. And if you want to participate, please let me know. Thank you.
Next we have Sandra and Susanna, who are going to talk about the Korean club.
Hi guys, me and Susanna decided to make a Korean club, and
So sessions happen every Monday. It's from 2:50 to 3:50 and happens in the ID1 guidance classroom. The whole point we started this camp is for people who are interested in learning different languages. This is a great way for you to start because I'm fluent in Korean and we have a native Korean speaker here. So we had our first session this Monday and we went through the Korean alphabet so that you can understand how to read and write Korean. And it's been going pretty great, and we'd love to take up any new takers. We have a lot of engaging sessions where we'll explore the food and immerse ourselves into the culture by watching things and learning from it. So yes, please join us. We'll send out the form today again. So if anyone's interested, please join us. Thank you.
Next we have Amin and Anirudh, who are going to talk about the football game over Casey High Derby.
Hi everyone, my friend Anirudh and I organized the Casey High Football Derby on January 13th. It was a football game between the teachers and students of IB. It was a 6-a-side 30-minute game. held in lunchtime. And the score was 5-1, and students got the victory. This game truly fostered team spirit and strengthened the bond between teachers and students.
Shout out to Whimsical for receiving the Man of the Match award. And
And also, this comes under the creativity and activity strand of CAS because we organize as well as play the event. Thank you.
Finally, we'd like to invite Deepana, Sanjana, and Maitreyi to talk about Music Club.
The Music Club is back for its second season, and we've taken over from Ashna, Arnav, and a bunch of other IB2 students. So since we have a lot more people this year, we have a bunch of more fresh ideas. We're planning jam sessions, karaoke sessions, in-school, out-school concerts, hopefully, and even monthly themes.
Yeah, so as Sanjana mentioned, one of the new initiatives we're planning are monthly themes. So we had our first session last week, and we decided on the theme of nostalgia. So right now we're working on building a set list for a concert, and we're also thinking about hosting an open karaoke event and looking at presentations based on nostalgia, even introducing some music plays. One other thing that we really wanted to introduce was out-of-school concerts. We got a contact from Ms. Raji, our class coordinator, to possibly work with a music therapist who goes to places like old age homes and orphanages and gets people involved to do simple musical tasks. And of course, we could also perform there. You don't have to be actually a musician. It could just be a hobby or something that you're interested in or something you want to learn. So if you have an interest in music or passion, then this club is for you. We have a lot of teacher sign-ups as well. So teachers, if you're interested as well, our doors are open. So yeah. Yeah, so Music Club happens every Wednesday after school. So any students are just welcome to drop by the music room and join. And teachers also, if you have any downtime during your meetings, you're welcome to just stop by and maybe perform something or just participate. Thank you. Yeah, Wednesdays after school.
Hey guys, continuing from before. So a bunch of us IB1 students are in collaboration with Bhumi and NGO, where we're organizing activities in a senior citizen home called Idayavas in Palikarnai. So the activities are like pass the parcel, engaging with them, reflection sessions, helping them make greeting cards and so on. So we're having a session this weekend on Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. So if anyone is interested in this cause for senior citizen welfare and is really passionate about it, feel free to reach out to me in my email and let me know. Thank you.
Thank you. If any of you would like to join any of these clubs, check your inboxes for an email with the registration forms for each of the respective clubs and fill them out or reach out to the club leaders directly.
Next, we'll be moving on to the individual projects. We'd like to invite whoever is doing Chennai weather, Korea with government school children, Wasted 360 collab, football tournament, music journey, badminton, dance journey, basketball tournament, and market minute.
Hi guys, so Keshav, Siddhant and I run an Instagram page called Chennai Weather, and it's just weather about full of Chennai. We plan to give updates during monsoon season and not so much during off season, but we'll give you insights at least during the time. So please do check it out whenever you're free.
Initially, it was mainly Pranav and me being the face of the channel, and Siddhant doing most of the behind the scenes editing. But as time has gone on, now all of us are playing equal roles. So please follow Chennai.weather on Instagram.
So Vayu and I started our creativity project where we go to the school called Union Panchayat Middle School where we teach dance to middle schoolers, and it stemmed from our interest in dance.
So we went to the school and we asked these children what they wanted us to do because we could provide a lot of service to them. So when they decided for dance, because they were really passionate about dance, they were telling us how they dance during the school day. So we wanted to give them a space for them to explore dance with freedom and without the pressures of school and household chores that they have to do. So we choreographed dances for them to perform at their school for the Anandamila in March. So hopefully it goes well. Thank you.
Hi again, everyone. For the last couple of months, I've been collaborating with this waste management company called Waste 360. And what they do is that they conduct donation drives and they let people do donation drives. So for the last couple of months, I've conducted multiple donation drives, including e-waste donation drive and a clothes donation drive. And I've done this in my building, and I post messages on the group and I collect clothes and e-waste to many people's houses, and then I go and personally deliver this to their house or to their company. And what they do is that they refurbish this, and they believe in refurbishing over recycling because after the recycling just wastes more resources sometimes, and half the products that are actually recycled don't need to be recycled. And by doing this, they have this shop and they sell it there, and they provide employment to acid attack survivors and people from the racket community. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to talk about a football tournament I hosted recently. I think most of you have heard of it, Brexit Cup. So this tournament was hosted on November 2nd last year. It was a five-a-side under-19 football tournament, its main purpose was to basically raise funds for an organization called Doggy Beans, which deals with stray dogs. So we are proud to announce that we were able to raise over 60K in funds for that. And we were also fortunate enough to collaborate with Zero Waste, which helped us spread awareness about environmental cleanliness. Brexit is coming back soon, hopefully, and we hope to see you there. Thank you.
I'm Maitri, and I've been playing flute for 9 years now, and I've used flute as part of one of my cast experiences, and it incorporates a lot of creativity. So this kind of shows that you don't have to go out of your way to do a cast project or start a club. You can just do something you've already been working on for a really long time. A lot of us play musical instruments, so just by documenting your practice sessions or any concerts that you play in, you can just use that for cast.
Hi, my name is Akhil, and like Maitreyi said, you don't need to start something for a cast. For example, I've been playing piano since 2016, and because of that, I've been able to add that as a cast project under creativity. And so, if I perform somewhere, or if I'm learning a new piece, everything that I do new in piano, I can just record that, and it's pretty simple. And piano is something that I really enjoy doing. So.
I think CAS also gives you the opportunity to try a new skill that you've been wanting to do but not. Yeah. So, for example, I've been wanting to learn Hindustani for a while. So I started around a year or so ago, and I've added that into my CAS experience as well as Western classical, which is like opera, so that you can show variety in CAS. It doesn't always have to be one instrument or just one type of music. So yeah.
I'm Ashita, and this is Priya. We're going to talk about how we use dance for our class portfolios. So I've been dancing for about a decade now, and I'm a part of a company. I compete, and I'm working on my examinations to get my teacher certificate eventually, which is what I'm including in my class portfolio. Like I mentioned, you could just continue doing something you've been doing for a long time and you're passionate about for class.
Hi everyone, so I'm Kinga, and I've been learning Bharatanatyam for the past 12 years now. So I started learning Bharatanatyam when I was in the UK, and there we have exams, both theoretical and practical, that we have to pass so that we can move on to the next grade. So there were a total of 9 grades, and if you pass the 9th grade with distinction, you are certified to teach. So I passed all 9 grades, and I'm certified to teach now. So right now, at home, once I moved back to India, I've just been choreographing some of my own dances, adding my own spins to dances I've already learned, and I'm also just teaching some of my nieces, like having informal classes with them, and I'm just documenting all of this for CAS. Thank you.
Yeah, some of us decided to host a basketball league for CAS project, and we managed to gather up 8 teams. Each team consisted 3 players and 2 subs.
Yeah, so a couple days before we hosted the tournament, we went to Yale themselves and talked to some of the older kids to see how we can help them in a meaningful way. And we do have a few ideas, and hopefully we get to implement them soon.
the Market Minute is a student-run Instagram page led by Kavan Shyam and Ayadik, where we provide short and concise summaries of the current economic and business world. And just like this speech, we like to keep the post short. Follow Market Minute, it's themarket.net.
Thank you, everyone. Can we now have everyone stand up for the national anthem?
Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravid, Uttar, Ganga, India, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, Uttar, Jagat, Taranga, Tava Shubha Name Dhare, Tava Shubha Ashish Hamare, Nare Tava Jagannath, Janagana Mangala Dayak Jagati, Bharata Bhagya Vidhata, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya 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 He.
Before we wrap things up, we want to take a moment to thank the wonderful people who made this event possible. We would like to thank Samana, Shrikantana, Jaganana, Madhi Aunty, and the facilities team for the arrangements today. And for the recording of the assembly, we'd like to thank Salvanana.
For the editing, recording, and uploading of the assembly and school website, we'd like to thank Swanamati, and for the music today, Paul sir, Jonathan sir, and the students who played the instruments. Thank you.